For this part of the live stream video is now being prepared to go on the set as part of today's live summit event. Gonna get ready and start with take number 1. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go for a rerun in today's live summit event in the Crew 2, Squadra, Italia. This team summit is dedicated to have Italian vehicles will be featured to have 6 events will be going on to have a different part of the challenge. There's going to be having some street race, Hypercar, Rallycross, and even to have one touring car to be yet available to be temporarily, but also to have 3 regular skills to go for only on land base, aerobatics, and slalom on the water base altogether. Ever since to be on the original date from June 17 through the 24th of 2020, and then the rerun is now being set on the current date by November 29 through December 6. But welcome to December, and that means the time of the season to go celebrate for Christmas in about 25 days left. But currently, this is going to be on the dates. Alright, let me try this again. Okay, go with take number 2. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go for a rerun in today's live summit event in the Crew 2, Squadra, Italia. As a translate to be known as Italian Squad. A team summon to be featured to have Italian vehicles for only 6 events and 3 regular skills to go by the usual by having a land, sea, and air altogether. But this one is actually to be served by original from June 17th through the 24th of 2020 until the current update is now being served on the current season on the rerun on November 29th through December 6th. But this is going to have to be a very good, excellent, proud Italian theme summon to have all kinds of your favorite Italian okay. Take 3. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT. No. Okay, take 4. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go for a rerun in today's live summit event in the Crew 2, Squadra, Italia. As in translation to be known... Okay. I need a sip of water. I need to get focused because I need to be precisely to get my active rehearsal up. Take number 4. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go for a rerun in today's live summit event in the Crew 2. Squadra, Italia. As in translate to be known as Italian Squad. A theme summon dedicated... Man. Okay, take 5. I need to get ready to have my act to be worked up. Here I go. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go for a rerun in today's live summit event in the Crew 2, Squadra, Italia. As in translation to be known as Italian Squad for a theme summon dedicated to have Italian vehicles will be featured to have 6 events and 3 skills with the exception to go on the land, sea, and air altogether. With the return of the Pagani Hirira is now actually to be known as the Rubicon Edition is now actually to be available for the release of this summon since June 17 through the 24th of 2020 until it's being returned on November 29 through December 6 of 2023. Also, there will be having some 3 events on vehicle restriction we'll be using with Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Lancia will do the best part along with the other 3 events to be set on no restriction. It's all about Italian cars to go feel the pride and go for having a grand touring moment to see how it turns out to have some different challenges ever since from the original back from 3 years ago. Hopefully, This is going to get a bit more challenging, and do a drive of your life to go faster to have your favorite best Italian vehicles will be on the way until this will be doing another part of the rerun for this part of the season. So as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's live summit event. Let's begin. So it turns out for having a season is now featured to have a rerun on every live summit event as we start out on Sunshine States. Clearly, 2 weeks ago, Made by Mad was a brand new live summit event that we just actually to be participate since the finishing at the end of the Motor Pass feature. So on the outcome result to be at the Platinum in 2,493rd place on the Platinum is currently to be stationed by 1,200,873 points. So I'll have to collect 4 rewards all at once, plus to have a multi-color smoke, and then entered on the 3rd week. So we have a sequel to So French is now being dated by the schedule and coming soon. It's going to be take place after the rerun on Icy Xmas. But this is going to have to take 4 live summit events to be served as a rerun, but this one is going to be the 2nd time in a row. That will be a very good, excellent time to get another Summit Reward addition to the Pagani Huayra. Rubicon Edizione is now being available on the Platinum before at the end of the day. Plus to have a Squadra Italia tire on the Epic, because this one is very good to be exclusive to have Italian vehicles will be doing more compatible to have this vanity. So up I go, Speed Trap, Aerobatics, and Solemn will do the quick preparation with the exception, and then 6 events will go on Grand Touring to do the Italian Pride. So let's go to Seaside and do the Speed Trap will be prep up and do a Dragster to be automatically. So good thing putting up my Corvette C7 Stingray with a Drag Race Edition is now going in, and wait on standby to have a good position right over here. I'll have to go by reverse because of traffic cars are coming in. I'll have to let them know because this will have to take a good one single attempt to go for having a good lights out and feel the dragster on the speed. Here goes nothing. Hit the nitro and clear. 1 speed trap in the bag. 344.9 miles per hour. Piece of cake, once 117,803 points, and good to go before moving on in skill number 2. Take the skies and let's go to the pit mines for having a good aerobatics to do the figures and rack up some points to have a good airplane to be racing in. But it's going to be on nighttime. I'll have to make sure to keep it good bright on the good condition. Okay, go by extreme. Matching checkpoint 2 clear. Okay, just hold the position. Good formation, check. Perfection and dodging on the mine's object. There you go. Piece of cake and go fly in the air for having a good preparational is now being well perceived without any contact. So that brings 150,944 points. Skill 3 will go on water-based vehicle. So let's go to Acadia and go for auto switch vehicle as I'm about to choose for the Froucher 1414 Demon and do the Offshore Mark II to have the first one ever yet. Okay, just been here before. Just gonna slow down, have the rudders, and go for pushing up the peak of acceleration. Okay, that's good. Slow and add more speed. Okay, there goes the land. I just really done this once because different power boat might need to do a different part of the challenge. So that brings out to have 14,685 points. That was so close, but good news is 1 point on 43,018 points by having a round on 143,018. So this will have to go adding up on attempt number 2. But I still got this. Not a problem. Okay, slow it down and go by the solemn figures. Hit the nitro, slide over here. Just feel the flow and master the offshore Mark II to get in and get it done. See? One faster solemn on the water, and update by the score point is now currently to be on the update. 17,556 points brings out a total of 149,922 points. Okay, it's about time and perfectly to have the Ferrari 488 Pista, Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4, and Lancia Stratos HF GR4. So I'll have to start out and do on the first Italian race number 1 in Main Highlands East. Force vehicle and go for the Rubicon addition to the Pagani Huayra. This will be going much more fine differences like having a piece of candy cane. But speaking of which, Christmas season is already just the beginning after entered on December 1st. So you see, the per level on 268 is actually to have a good different unique modification. The base color is actually to be made out of white and the trims is actually to have a good perfect in red. But it has a good mid-engine layout that has 730 horsepower and top speed 223 miles per hour. The handling level is going a bit semi-expert because this one is a fully tuned modified version to the original Huayra. Listed to be as a 2012 model, but along with a 2013 counterpart because this one is actually to have a different facelift model to have a differences is now being in use. Time to test it out and go into the east coast of the state of Maine and have a good grid start in about 3 seconds because this one on the red trim is actually to be made out of carbon fiber.
I don't know why anyone else is even bothering.
Okay, we got ourselves a Bugatti Chiron is in the race. I'll go first and take the lead. Okay, elevation might be a bit tricky. We've done this before, so we have to do it again and use a different hypercar for this challenge. Unlike the original to the Pagani Huayra, but this one is actually to have a good Rubicon edition is now actually to have a good style and trim to be going in red. But the white color is actually to have a good primary because the red is also to be served as secondary. Whenever you might have to take a good look inside to the interior view, this one is now actually to have a different unique style to be colored in white and red trim. But even the carbon fiber is still remain the same. But it's still got a good taste and good style to have this Huayra ever since when it came out in 2011 and then updated as a 2013 model. So just going to keep going faster, and this one is going to be a very good import collection to the Crew Motorfest that you guys really might need to get this one for having a one start of the journey. Okay, there you go. Gonna have to keep a good focus and do the main line on the Avenue Highway. Almost at 50%. There you go. Put up with a nitro boost. Going up in over 200 miles per hour. Okay, let's kick it up on the high gear. Going up on gear number 5. So total time in progression in 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So here it comes. Gonna keep a good turn like this. Almost there to be passed by 75% progression. Okay, here goes the shortcut. Gonna do it right here. Okay, good turn and skill to be successful. For only a few more miles to go, folks. The finish line is just right up ahead as ever done this before. But don't forget, you might need to have enough nitro to go faster, and there you go. 3 minutes, 45.23 seconds on regular on the podium. So let's tally up the results. Well, that should be good enough to have 88,826 points to have a first ever try attempt. Just to add up onto the follow-up catch-up and go proceed on race event number 2. So for having 2 street race discipline is now being set on no restriction, along with the Hypercar discipline is now being chosen by Ferrari and Lamborghini, along with the Lancia Stratos for the Rallycross discipline. But I'll have to be using on 3 vehicle restriction later on. So let's do on street race on Dominion Forsberg for having Eagle Falls Motorsport Park to be set and go for Italian vehicle to be recommended. For starters, maybe you guys did very well to be well expert to have Lamborghini to be featured for only one part of the time attack event for only 3 laps. That would be a very good choice to have. Alfa Romeo will be going in to have a stepping in join-in session to have the 2017 Giulia Quadripiо Gillo. That's how I'm about to be using with a good sedan sports car for today, folks. Then let's give it a go and countdown to be initiated in about 3 seconds. Let's see how the Giulia can ever to go fast.
As soon as you see the bump, release your nitro.
Okay, now on inside the interior view. First checkpoint and go by the corners. So when driving in the Alfa Romeo Giulia, this one is actually to have a good 4-seater is now actually to be featured to have a 4 doors is now becoming a good ever sports car sedan. Unlike the 2-door to become as a classic vehicle from the 1960s. But here in the 21st century, the Giulia is becoming the most all-time favorite sports car, has actually becoming much more very popular to its day. Unlike the tuned counterpart as the Giulia GT-AM, but this one is the very fine effort to have a good road car to be having a good sedan vehicle that has a good different style is actually to be bring back after years in the making. Because this one is actually to have a good built-in to have a touchscreen and even to have some speed monitor is actually to becoming much different. But on the rear, it has a very good slightly perfection to have a taillight to have a good difference in style, but also to have some very good differences between a 2-door and a 4-door to the same name made by Alfa Romeo years ago in the making. So I'll have to keep trying to do faster and try the inside of the line to go through. Okay, once coming clear to have second lap clear, third lap, just going to keep trying and go faster that you might need to have enough speed. That's 38.282 seconds. The Giulia is still going stronger, you guys. %10 to go. Gonna have to take that left turn and do on the right. Okay, here comes.
Good work with the throttle. Now hammer down.
Alright, that's 2 minutes, 38.988 seconds. All good and all clear for the Giulia quadruple is now actually to have a good 110,885 points. Now that's a very good, awesome sports car sedan, you guys. The Giulia always meant to becoming very popular for having a new kind of the form model. As climbing up to be on the gold for having a good progress in rank 15,593rd place and 618,382 points in about exactly over 240,000 to climb up onto the platinum. So next up, street race number 2 to be in the Strip South, Las Vegas, and one best effort to have some good Italian vehicle to go different this time. As Alfa Romeo is now being checked, all I have to do is going to go prefer to use with Lamborghini or Ferrari. But eventually, not to mention, because of A-Barb is actually to be part of Italian brand because of the compact car is still very popular to be using on road car for having a good course on the city. But maybe I'll have to go with the Ferrari F12 Berline Enta 2013 with the UDRS Inspirtec livery to go by having a per level on 280. But it's about to get aggro, you guys. Faster times and one event to go on the rush. This will have to take one stepping stone to see how far you can go enter it. So let's give it a good judge and have the results. This will be doing much fine Grand Tourer car to go faster and kick it up on the high gear.
You're so gonna win this one.
But it's about to get messy. This could get much more aggressive to be quite doing some quick shortcuts that we've done this before. Okay, here comes the jump. Good respawn on the drift and go crossing through the hangar. But I know this is going to be a bit more mad stunt that we've done this since the update just already out. Now here comes the shortcut. First lap down, now on to lap number 3. Lap number 2. I know this is going to be a one tough method to do this, but I'll have to go extreme to the max. Okay, almost there. Just going to cross through the checkpoint, then do the second shortcut again. Alright, punch the nitro and already reached the finish line. by only 1 minute, 47.106 seconds to go aggressive to have some tight shortcuts to go up, and adding up by 114,990 points. So note to self, folks, whenever you really want to go hard on clean racing, this will have to make your own strategy that you might need to keep a good concentration without any contact or getting touched by objects. So here comes to have a 3 choice for only 1 event by vehicle restriction. So how about I'll have to choose Rallycross on the Lancia Stratos HF-GR4. So next up on number 4, Special on the US Speed Tour West in Yellowstone. Alright. Now just gonna have to try this again. Get my mind up. So I hope you guys did very well out there when driving in the Stratos HF-GR4. Always have a good per level on 230 that carries out to have 535 horsepower and top speed, 176 miles per hour to go for having a faster and tougher to be driving on the tarmac and dirt on the trail. Mostly, unlike the Delta, is actually to have a good all-wheel drive style to go for having a capable since the WRC season back from the 20th century in the 1980s. But in the 1970s... Alright, gonna have to go take number 2. So I hope you guys did very well when driving on the Lancia Stratos HF-GR4. Still got a lot of good horsepower by 535 in the top speed, 176 miles per hour to have a per level on 230. Unlike any okay, try to refocus. So I hope you guys did very well when driving on the Lancia Stratos HF-GR4 is your favorite car to have a good best rallycross vehicle ever yet. For only a classic Group B rally car from the 1970s during the WRC season. This will have to be a very good tough challenge to go faster, tight turns, and go full on the nitro to have a per level to be on the maximum on 230 by carries out 535 horsepower and top speed, 176 miles per hour. Now's the time to go entered and go Italian rally racing to be on the dirt and tarmac to have a mix-up element. So let's get the show on the road and get started to have a countdown in about 3 seconds. Special stage rally, here I come, and go downhill.
The USB Tour West Special Number 2 is set in Yellowstone Park, world famous for its bursting geysers, glacial lakes, and hot springs. Our hot-headed racers will need to keep their cool if they wish to burst ahead.
Always going hot-headed, because one challenge is what you might need to master the Stratos till you might need to do the trail to go on the dirt. The tight turns is actually to be a very good capable to do on tight turns when you're drifting. But even for braking, of course, because you might need the traction to turn off, so you might have to keep a good skill set that you have to keep a good procedure and do a follow the trail on the line. Unlike any other all-wheel drive cars to be in the same Group B category since the World Rally Championship back from the 1970s and the 1980s. But the Stratos is still got a lot of good fortune favorites to bowl to have a good first ever in the mid-engine layout that have a good tight turns to go challenging on tight turns on special stage rallies. Gonna have to keep it careful on the ledge. There goes the bridge. Time to turn up the heat and have the outside to go on the cold temperature. Okay, downhill by 25 seconds, almost to be at 26. Okay, good tight respawn. Checkpoint going clear. Halfway on 50%. Okay, that's the ticket. Almost there. Just got to keep a good tight turn hairpins when going downhill. Now here comes round 2, folks. We've done this before, so we gotta do it again. By having a round with a few consecutive hairpins for the Lancia Stratos, HF GR4 is actually to have some good advantage that you might have to take some skill to be on the mostly precise ever yet. Okay, I messed it up. Cut! Alright, take number 2 on scene number 2. Okay, go by number 2. Okay folks, this will be doing a 1-part challenge that you might need to master on drifting on the dirt by having some series of hairpins when going downhill. The Lancia Stratos HF GR4 is actually the... Alright folks, this will be a very much more challenging before going down the hill on the dirt. Okay, hang on. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. So here comes the most best ever yet challenge to take part to have a time attack on the dirt. Going downhill with a series of Okay, take number 2. Let's try this again and get myself to be act up. Now this will be having a good excellent challenge as we're about to take the dirt and go down the hill when taking part of the special on the USB Tour West at Yellowstone. The Lancia Stratos HF GR4 is actually to have a good advantage to go faster and do some power slide drifting when taking the hairpins by going downhill. But the per level might need to be required to have 230 that carries out 535 horsepower and top speed 176 miles per hour. But it's still good and very capable to see a classic Group B rally car to be built in the mid-engine layout. Unlike all-wheel drive Group B cars, but still got a lot of good potential to see the Stratos will be going in and hit the dirt to have a countdown to go for the time attack.
3, 2,
So let's get it on and get ready for having a green light for the go.
The USB Tour West Special Number 2 is set in Yellowstone Park, world famous for its bursting geysers, glacial lakes, and hot springs. Our hot-headed racers will need to keep their cool if they wish to burst ahead.
This will be doing a piece of cake. When it comes to have tight turns, the hairpins and consecutive is going to be our best advantage that you might need to go faster by the used. Always make sure that you have to stay on the dirt trail when apply on braking to go on the inside. Just like Special Stage Rally to do this main part since the 1970s for the... man! I'm having too much thought in my mind, really need to be focused. Let me try this again. Okay. Now I really need to get some places on and go for take number 5. Okay, where was I? Now let me try this again. Now this will be having a good easy moment when choosing the Stratos HF-GR4. Going downhill on the dirt around in the mountains with a series of consecutive hairpins. Just to be perfect, they have a per level on 230 that carries out 535 horsepower and top speed 176 miles per hour. But this is going to be a very good best classic Group B rally car to take the challenge on the USST West Edition in Yellowstone. So I had to get myself ready because downhill, faster, and tight turns will do the power slide on the drip at the dirt to see how it turns out to go for only one faster mid-engine Group B car since the 1970s in the World Rally Championship. So let's go.
The USB Tour West Special Number 2 is set in Yellowstone Park, world famous for its bursting geysers, glacial lakes, and hot springs. Our hot-headed racers will need to keep their cool if they wish to burst ahead.
Bursting up on the high speed, tight turns to go extreme on the downhill. So watch this, you guys, as I'm about to have the next turn to go approaches. The tight turns and drifting, all you might need to do to have the traction will be turned off to have a good perfect line of the grip and balance is the key. The dirt is the safe zone for the Lancia Stratos to be quite good to have a HF-GR4 is actually to do some tight challenges since the special stage rally back from the 1970s. But still, unlike the Delta S2 rally car, the Stratos is actually to have the first ever, most flying rally car ever yet to be dominant to have a good achieve of success. So I'll have to keep that ledge to be stay on hold. Coming up on the bridge, use the nitro to have your best advantage that you really need to have your time to go improve. When it goes hot, the cold temperature on the outside will keep us to have a cool down. Here comes the first wave of the hairpins. Better get ready because tight turns to go for having a few power slide to be yet temporarily. Okay, checkpoint clear on the next hairpin. There we go. That's a very good, awesome rally car ever yet to have a good expert on tight turns and elevations. Full speed up ahead in round 1 complete. Here comes round 2. That's 40-second gap distant update. Go by default and do the first attempt to be stepping in. Now comes by a round on Yellowstone. Keep it up. Next hairpin on the left will go proceed by the checkpoint. So pass by in part of Glacier Park. Going back again on Yellowstone. Okay, that's round 2 clear. Now this is going to be the final step because few consecutive turns on the S's is going to be a bit more different than the hairpin. So don't forget, just do some more drifting to refill with some nitro more. That's going to be your best advantage ever yet.
There they go, past the last checkpoint. The finish line is right ahead to win the stage.
Okay, there you go. Looks like that's 3 minutes, 44.467 seconds. That's very good and more impressive. 115,385 points. That's a new set of the record for the Lancia Stratos HF GR4, folks. One good best classic rally car of Italian, and this is going to be having a one choice penultimate to have a decision. By having two hypercar discipline to go by the standard and combo event between Ferrari and Lamborghini. So I bet the decision is going to be a very tough choice. So maybe if I had to go for the 488 Pista, that would be doing much more fine good. Or maybe the Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4 is going to be having a touring car event on the track. Since last time for having Latrell's car part 2 is going to be doing a bit more long time of progress to go faster and do the continuation by its own conclusion. Only for myself because I just took some recent attempt. So I just made my mind and let's go to the big land for the 488 Pista. This will have to do Ferrari first, then Lamborghini second, just to have the last two events to go on Hypercar discipline. So don't worry folks, either depends that every Italian event on this summon to go for the rerun to go for having a different part of the challenge. That's how we already done this once to have this original, and even for others who just really missed out to have this one to go for having a different change on the rerun. So let's get it on and grab the 488 Pista to be faster and take the big land is going to be a piece of cake.
3,
So here I come,
2,
daytime, and go for having a good bright morning start to do the best.
Go, go, go!
Okay, first position in the lead, then let's go. Gonna try to keep your best top speed to get in good motion. 7th gear and top speed to go up in about exactly in 267 miles per hour to go on the full straightaway. But almost to be at 300 miles per hour, this could get a bit much more surpassing. Okay, keep up the good balance. Wait for the nitro to be on gauge refill. 26%. Alright, hit the nitro again. Okay, that's very good. Almost to be at 298 miles per hour. Just to have the next few turns to go on the big road. Big land and Ferrari 488 Pista will do the best job to have a top speed challenge. Okay, coming in and have the next downhill to go forward. Halfway on the mark, 58% progression clear. Okay, just gonna have to take a good pace of the run. Going forward and go for having a good clear elevation. 30.5 seconds. I still got this to go for having a over 100,000 point. %10 to go. This is it. Time is doing well on the rush. And finish line is just yet to be stopped by 2 minutes, 40 seconds with a decimal of 0.609. That's one event with a legendary bundle earned and outcome result to have a 123,586 points when using the Ferrari 488 Pista. It's all done and it's not over yet. just gonna have to get over onto the final event as a combo to have the Lamborghini Countach LBI 800 dashboard will be at one of the touring car events in stage number 4. USST East Edition from Dallas to Santa Fe. This may be a very good choice of opportunity to see how one modern Countach to do the time attack on the USST Edition on the East. But still, putting up to have a good minor adjustment and faster with the Nitro Chemist on 320 per level that carries out as usual 1141 horsepower and top speed 280 miles per hour. For only one of the 6 events to be served as a final round before finishing up to have the rerun on Italian squad is now actually to be well done and served for this part of the Live Summit event. Hopefully, there's gonna have to take more than meets the eye to have some more major upcoming Live Summit events to be on a rerun. So I had to get ready and get on board with the Countach and go for the green light.
Ready for stage number 4 of the US Speed Tour East, Dallas, Texas to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Okay, time attack on the Lamborghini Countach. This could be a bit challenging when it comes to have all-wheel drive to be built faster and go up by over 300 miles per hour. By having one guess that you might need to get on the line and do the follow route on each checkpoint. So better have to make sure to stay on the tarmac when using the Countach is going to be your best role and best advantage to go clean racing. So gonna have to keep a good eyes check. Checkpoint cleared to go by double. Leaving Dallas and go to the Big Bend and Great Plains. Okay, keep that active wing spoiler popped up when slowing down on the brake. Ah, darn it! I almost forgot one other thing that I just need to get this under control for it. Traction has been stipped out. Don't go away, folks. I'm just gonna have to keep this for having a minor surveillance to be doing check on my phone. Okay, now let's try this again and get this content video to be fixed after this. It'll take a while. So let's go on take number 2. Okay, this is it, folks. Countdown to going green and one faster run on the Countach. Let's do this.
Ready for stage number 4 of the US Speed Tour East, Dallas, Texas to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
As you can see, folks, apply braking around on every route during the 4th stage of the US Speed Tour West. Okay, I don't know why am I saying this. That messed up my roll of the rehearsal. Okay, which one should I add? Yes, stage number 4. Got it. Alright, folks. Here I come. Final race, combo event, and one faster Countach to go green for the faster time attack.
Ready for stage number 4 of the US Speed Tour East, Dallas, Texas to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
The 4th stage is going to be a bit more challenging for the Countach LPI 800-4. Going faster on the tarmac and keep a good brake on the corners on every route when the active wing spoiler pops up to be quite giving a good exact position. So just going to stay on good condition and have a good tide when it comes to have the traction to be on full hold. So I just really might need to keep extra careful when it go faster by carry out by exactly by under 250 miles per hour. So I have to stay focused on the route, go to the Big Bend along with the Great Plains. Climbing up a bit more steeper. Okay, tight turns might go through the ding. Okay, that's good. Short straightaway before approaches on the next checkpoint. 32% progression is going clear. Now here comes the top of the hill. Better watch yourself. Exercise caution when you're doing this corner to go down steeper. Let's have that nitro to go all out, but watch yourself. Sharp turn on 90 degree at the left. In about 3% to go onto the halfway mark, leaving Dallas, Texas to go to Santa Fe, New Mexico. So better watch yourself to have the apexes and some tight turns to go on every route of the corner. That's how we've done this before for having touring car on the USB Tour East edition. Just temporarily to have a hypercar discipline like the Lamborghini Countach to have a good stepping stone and do the best job to go faster. But I'll have to keep that in mind because one clean race, one attempt, and just to have a matter of perspective to do the roll. Because it's going lights out and have every content video that I just recently recorded by live stream will be changed to tables of turn. Okay, coming up to go pass by the barn. Keep going. I know I'm always gonna have to keep a good use on the nitro too much, but always being patient, just gonna have to change tactics to go around. That's 33 seconds update to be checked. Okay, it's about to get tougher, so I have to brace myself to go hill climb on the mountain states. Okay, almost there by full capacity. Just gonna slow down and hit the nitro again. Here it comes. Next turn on the right to go brake and all clear to have a full length avenue road. Santa Fe, New Mexico.
And now they are nearly in Santa Fe, ready to navigate its crooked streets between Pueblo-style adobe houses. Have fun.
Okay, I'll have to stop right here and wait for the summary outcome. So there you go. 4 minutes, 41.659 seconds. Almost good enough to have 78,682 points. So that considers to have 2 events on follow-up catch-up. Well, good thing right on time, and reminder for having a good call detail after we just enjoyed for having a 3-day weekend on the World Finals in Barcelona. Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup on Friday, Manufacturers Cup on Saturday, and Nations Cup on Sunday has already been done and passed. But Reminder to have a good details to have an early start to have Squadra Italia to have another part of the rerun is actually to go by number 2. But good thing platinum on the rank in 4,728 plays in 1,151,026 points. So what do you guys think about having 6 events on the rerun in Squadra Italia? But trying out to have the Rubicon addition to the Pagani Huayra is actually to have a good different form of Italian style. It's actually to be made out white base color and carbon red in the trim. But that has to take 2 hypercars to be required to climb up and go for a follow-up catch-up to do some WIP session. But I'll have to leave it to myself because I just went down to do some minor changes on Made by Mad and Sunshine States. All that hard work and doing some trim by update might need to do some more fixes as I just really might need to get myself to be focusing on. But it was alright. But all the reruns on Live Summit event is now coming in to have this season. We'll do the encore for every expert players and for the others who have not been participate yet, because this will have to take one last call to have some good reward vehicle to have every summit. So next up, Full Throttle is now coming up. Okay, I'm. So I have to get ready, and almost good enough to have 78,006 actually to be made, and Sunshine States. All that hard work and doing some trim by update might need to do some more fixes, so I really might need to get myself to be states. All that hard work. Alright, let me try this again. All that hard work by putting up with some minor changes and remove the bloopers and outtakes as always. But I'll have to come back at any time before one day left to have 2 events. We'll be required to do a follow-up catch-up. Plus to have the Rubicon addition to the Pagani Huayra is now actually to have a few more points to go up by over 100,000 points. So next up, Full Throttle on the date schedule in December 6th through the 13th to have a Full Throttle tire, Dodge Challenger SRT 8 392 Drag Race Edition, Nitro Chemist boosted for the Alpha Grand Prix, and followers for only 150,000. Then that will be doing a preview to have some more events and other 3 vehicles to be set on restriction. It's about to go for having a land, sea, and air all together by having a speed trap, aerobatics, and escape to be set on a water-based vehicle. But that would be a very good choice to have the Pagani Huayra, Jet Sprint on the Proto Rocket, and Alpha Mark X. Perfect! It's all about having a good Full Throttle to be featured to have a rerun, as we're about to have Rollout and IC Xmas is about to have a set of return. But I can't wait to get the Chevy Camaro CL1 RIP Edition. Is definitely might have a good excellent summit reward vehicle. And also for IC Xmas, Nitro, and the Santa Cruz Underglow for having a return to be served as a prize reward vanity. Just perfect for having a good time on Christmas, as we're about to be ready to wrap this up at the end. But I can't wait to see Christmas is going to be turns out to becoming very nice ever since to have IC Xmas is now being served by the return. But I can't wait. We did this once and we're about to go again of this year in 2023 before at the end of the year. This is going to get a lot of good time of progress after finishing to have some previous seasons from Motorflix. Motorflix is now actually to be used as MotorPass until it's being defunct to have the current update is now going back to normal. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. Glad that you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeepNetArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more to see for my image artwork like UDRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.